I was around 14 years old when this happened, so I was old enough not to be afraid of monsters hiding in the closet or under the bed. That makes this extra embarrassing for me since this is the first time that I share my story publicly. I was very interested in scary stories since I was a little kid, and I had the whole collection of scary stories to tell in the dark, encyclopedias, and printed articles that I got at school about scary events and legends. My mom never liked these books around the house. In fact, she once threw out one of my t-shirts because it had a skull on it. It was no surprise I started finding out that some of my books were going missing because of her. One night, around midnight, I was woken up by a bright light aimed right at my face. My bed is away from the window, but in my half-awake state, I thought that I was right by it. The light was so bright that I thought there was a police helicopter shining a light at me. Fully awake now, I sat up on my bed and realized that the light was coming from the closet. As soon as I realized this, the light started becoming dimmer and dimmer until it turned into a tiny candlelight-like speck. But I could see it clearly. I was freaking out, so I rolled over and went straight for my door. I could see light underneath the door, so I knew my parents were still awake in the living room down the hallway. I ran so hard away from my room that I ran into the opposing wall of the hall, and my dad came running after me to see what was wrong. I told him what I saw, and he could tell that I was shaken up, so he went straight for the closet and started digging through it. He always believed this kind of stuff, especially since I've had other encounters before. He took out a box from the closet and opened it, only to find out about half of my collection of scary storybooks were in there. At first, I was happy that I had found them, but reality quickly set in. What was that light? And did it have something to do with the books? I'll never know. Every once in a while, I wake up thinking that I saw the same light, but I somehow figure out that it's a dream pretty quickly. I vividly remember the bright, blinding light from that one night. I've searched countless forums to see if I find similar stories, and I have, though they mention theories about alien abductions. I'm not entirely sure if that's what happened with me, but they definitely haven't happened often enough for me to be scared of anything that belongs outside of this world.